and welcome back to the FSL Valorant Open Circuit 2021. We are your casters. Hey, I'm Quack, and this is Jenny Rayrachu Lee.
Hi guys, it's great to be back. I think were you casting the last FSL
FSL Showdown,
season?
that was
I
the one.
can't remember. Oh
With
yeah,
Hall.
because I think the last FSL I casted was probably a few months ago at the end of last year. So it's always great to be back. I love casting FSL, just watching all these talented girls just absolutely slay in Valorant. Just my inspo.
Your inspo,
Yeah.
and then you creep on them.
Wait, what? Hey.
I'm
So
exposing her, guys.
we get a lot of downtime in between breaks, and we have like a team of like observers and like production and everything. So sometimes, in the 15 minutes in between game, I just want to message in the lobby, tell these girls that I'm a big fan.
Yeah.
Nothing creepy about that.
No, not at all.
Just asking them what their Twitch handles are so I can support them.
Until you ask for their OnlyFans, but we'll
That's
talk
not
about
me.
that some other
That
time.
is not me. Hey, maybe that's you.
No. Wow, flipping the that's a reverse Uno card. Okay.
Exactly.
But no.
Talk shit, get hit back.
In all seriousness, these girls are awesome, and I believe some of them have Twitch pages, Twitch channels.
sure.
I'm sorry, social media. You should look them up and really show them some support. Of course, it's going to be ZEN Akari versus Sphinx right now on Ascent, and that's ZEN Akari going to be playing on defense. Sphinx attacking, and of course this is going to be an interesting game for sure. I believe it's in the lower bracket of the Group C stages right now, and we saw Sphinx earlier on today. They kind of, I think, underperformed against OG Centuria. That was a little bit tough. OG Centuria, really tough opponents after all. But right now against ZEN Akari, maybe a little bit better. ZEN Akari, this is their first time taking part in the FSL. They've never played in any FSL games before, so, maybe lack of experience might even out the odds a bit.
Yeah, hopefully they will have a better showing. Of course, both these teams, as you mentioned, this is our very first lower bracket match that we're seeing today. Sphinx versus Akari. I think Sphinx squad is somewhere around like plat to diamond. They do have one immortal on the squad. Akari are also about, I think the main squad, 3 of them are diamond. They have some plats and some gold. So hopefully a bit more of an even matchup than what both these teams had in the first 3 games of today.
Well, to start things off, we have a lot of shots just being sounded across mid. A couple of dinks as well, and that's Kababe? She's going to be down to 60 points of health, but Britzy will fall, and that means no more smokes for Team Sphinx. That's going to be a big problem. No more vision obscurity. And
Kababi.
Kababi.
Down B.
Khabib, I think, probably.
Khabib. Like
She's
Turkish kebab.
She's
but
gonna hit us if we call her Kababi. After this, she's going to like add us just so she can DM. You know how sometimes you're in solo queue and you play so bad that your teammate adds you and you're like, wait a minute, that's because I was trash, and then they add you.
You accept.
And then they just, it's just non-stop flame. Yeah, so Khabib, she's gonna add us after and be like, yo, you had one job.
It's like kaboom, but Khabib. No, that's terrible. I'll take that back.
You had one job, Quack. One job.
Okay, but to be fair, Sphinx,
to be fair, our job is to entertain.
Yeah, that's really what I'm trying to, I'm not trying to be
Butcher
funny
anyone's
coming out of
names here.
butchering bad names, bad puns, or anything like that. But
first round, turning over to Akari right now. Sphinx trying to make things happen over at A main. So they're going to drop the Omen Smokes as well as the grenade from a raise. There's a plant going down. Have to shoot through the door. It's always a bit hard on that, especially on the round 2, because you don't really have a high fire rate gun. But they do manage that just with the Spectre. There's a drone going to spot out 2 people. Really good utilization of that utility right there. So spots out 2 people over in hill, so they do know where they are roughly. And now it's Britzy going to go down, making it a 5v3 as we speak.
Player standing.
Whoa, 1v5 Elika. Something happen right here. Over from Wine, gonna have to reload. Only has that pistol though, and yeah, it's gonna be that bum rush from ZEN Akari. They heard the pistol shots coming out from Wine. They knew that she was there, and ZEN Akari just 3-man rushed A main and caught her in that corner. So nicely done. They do snowball that first round to lead into an easy round 2 pickup.
2-0. That is the score. Of course, though, they do get the spike down on the side of Sphinx. That will give them quite a bit of economy going into the next round. They did full save as well. So full utility, full armor. It's going to be a complete full buy.
Yeah, it's great that you mentioned that. I mean, sometimes I think a lot of teams, they're just trying to get as much as they can out of the round. So even if you know that it's not quite the best timing, you get the spike down. It's an extra 300 credits that you can take on every single person into the next round. So it was good for them. They did actually get the spike, because it's 1,500 over 5 members on your squad. It's a nice chunk of change right now. Playing this one very slowly. As you can see, Sphinx actually, 2 members are actually taking the very long way back through CT, backed out of A right now. Yeah, main, but wow, Lolita gets the kill onto Elika, so they are going to trade 1-for-1 there right now for V3. Does hear the footsteps, so doesn't that's a multiple member rush.
Yeah, she definitely hears him. She's prepping
Good
her
spot.
curveball. Oh, perfect flash, but not going to convert into kills. Snow does pick her up, but Chaco picks up another on the other side. That's the Omen player, Britzy. No more smokes. They do get the sight, but let's see if they can get the spike down. All 3 members from ZEN Akari are on their heels.
30 seconds left.
Yeah, it's Snow right now,
Spike
just
planted.
trying to get a bit more vision while her teammate gets the plant. You can see one member in Boathouse. Are they going to see her though? Does get spotted out by the bot, but right round the box. Wow, not the best timing to be scouting around the side. She knew that she saw the KJ tower. You kind of have to expect that the KJ's got to be somewhere nearby too at that point. And the thing is, on B side, there aren't all that many places that you can hide. It's either going to be Boathouse or it's going to be behind the triple box right there. So, not the best positioning. It's going to make it 3-0.
Yeah, 3-0. They do get the spike down, but like you said, not quite the variety of options that they would have wanted on possibly A side instead. And right now, I mean, just taking a look at the agent composition, the only difference in the two teams are
an operator, yes! I've been waiting 4 games for someone to drop that 5K on the operator. It's going to be on Jet over at A. That's her line of sight. Oh, there's no one going from there, though. This time they're going for the 5-man concentrated B push. There's the smoke. There's the KJ lockdown. Gonna try and buy some space. Zybe, though, not gonna back down. Oh, trying to shoot blind. Gets taken out instead. Nice shot from Lumiere. They kind of had to 2v1 that, though, but the lockdown isn't gonna detain anyone. There's the operator shots. Had time to rotate over towards the B side. Shot straight through the smoke, but still 5v3.
That's going to be shots from Lolita and Nescafe as they push onto the site. Still, it's a 3v3, and if they can hold fast over by the backward positions on the back of B site, they should be able to hold it. Looks like it's going to be a 3v1 now. Devil with a single Spectre. She's waiting for the push, but doesn't check the right side, and that's going to be Khabib. Perfect teamwork, kind of a sort of pincer maneuver from these 2 players. One by stairs, one by the right side of the B site, and that's gonna be 4-0. I mean, I was just about to say, you know, one team has a Jet, the other team has a Raze. She picks her operator back up. At the same time, it's kind of, you know, maybe a little bit of disparity on both sides. ZEN Akari, it's full Filipino roster, right? So they might have that experience and communication together. Meanwhile, Sphinx, it's kind of a mixed bag, and they might have some issues with communication, some issues with mechanical plays at the same time. So past 4 rounds, every single member has died. They kind of need to use their utility and really outthink their opponents to even the odds a bit.
Yeah, so far I haven't really seen as many mid plays from them, but wow, really nice.
That's why you don't see mid plays.
Fired. Yeah, on Ascent, the second someone has that money to drop on that 5K operator, it's kind of where you see the spot right here. Okay, babe, she's holding that operator line of sight straight down mid. Spike gonna get taken out over on A main. It looks like 2 members from that squad gonna pick up this spike and then back. I can see them running straight out. They don't have mid priority priority though, so this is gonna be
Watching here.
really dangerous. Kbabe hasn't budged an inch. The second one then posted a hit out. Nice flare though, but shot going to go wide. So they're gonna run through mid. 2v5. That's gonna be an absolutely tall order if Snow can try and pull this one off. The thing is, now ZEN Akari know that very likely B is going to be this focus for Sphinx.
Right now, they're just...
Watching
She
here.
had so much time to just make it through mid. She's already holding that market operator spot.
Oh.
Down to
30
less than
seconds
30
left.
seconds though. Sphinx don't have a lot of time. Lolita, it's
One enemy
Oh my
remaining.
gosh, Kbabe. She's just sending it time and time after again. I think that was, what, the second, third op kill this round?
yeah, that's absolutely brutal. I think that she knew that she didn't really have the perfect shot. The thing is, on the operator, especially compared to like the Marshall, you actually just need a body shot, and because it's such a high pen gun, you can actually kind of wallbang the side of the corner, and you're still going to get the kill. So that was exactly what she did. I think there was that wallbang visual that popped out over on the side, but it didn't matter. She still picked that one up. So very nicely done from ZEN Akari. They're going to make this a 5-2 already, and we were talking earlier in the previous game when the teams were also playing on Ascent. Ascent's kind of one of the most balanced maps in the game. The fact that you're 5-0 right now is not good news.
Not good news at all. They need to get Kbabe off of her operator if they want to push into this site.
3 rounds in a row, she's kept that gun. Okay, we...
Knives up now. She does get tagged by the shotgun, but she's staying alive thanks to her cloud burst. Now swinging around from the right side of the generator, takes Britzy down. She falls, but still a 2v1. Britzy not quite able to connect her shots. That's going to be ZEN Choco taking her down. It's a 6-0 lead for ZEN Akari right now, and I believe they pick up the operator as well. That's just...
Yeah, this is absolutely crazy. The fact that Kbabe, this is her 4th round in a row where she's managed to get the operator and someone has managed to stay alive and take it into the next round. She's 13-2-1, knows absolutely how to lay those shots down. As you talked a bit about it earlier just now, you know, on Jet, you really maximize the operator because you get that one shot down. Even if it misses, you're just kind of going to dash straight out regardless of whether you get that shot or not. You get the recoil, you wait for that, and then you go for your second shot. So in the hands of an agent like Jet, it's really where you can maximize the use of the operator. Lolita here's people around B main, gonna drop the hot hands, forcing them to either walk through that or not, but gonna take a lot of splash damage from the Boom bot. KJ lockdown also going to go down. You can see Nescafe just right here around the edges of a lockdown. Teleport from Britzy straight into Boathouse. Sneaky, sneaky.
Spike planted.
Gonna hit the plant. Hot hands, though they don't know that Nescafe's on the other side of that entrance.
Bot coming back.
All 10 members still alive. Let's see how they go for the retake.
Oh, it's going to be super iffy. ZEN Akari are just so strong right now, and they have the firepower. Paranoia in to support the push as well. And Nescafe will be making her play with the turret, with the Vandal. Let's see if they can handle this. Showstopper has been deployed as well, and surprisingly, it's going to be Sphinx who puts a stop to
1v1.
ZEN Kbabe.
Oh, she doesn't have time though.
Uh-oh. She knows she's stuck in that corner, pushes into her, dashes away, gets the headshot. No time to defuse, but she does get the kill.
Yeah, I mean, they've gotten so much money from the last couple of rounds where they've been snowballing, so it's not going to hurt them. It's not going to make that much of a difference if they rebuy the operator this time around. Looks like she's going to go for the rifles instead. Oh, they don't have enough money to go for the operator. That's actually really good for Sphinx. They finally took down Kbabe. She's not gonna have the op for 5 rounds. The thing is, if you divide that out by 5 rounds, that's like 1k per round if you're holding on to the operator. So definitely very value for money that they've managed to do. 6 versus 1. Sphinx right now trying their luck over at a main. Did already use one of the Phoenix flashes though. Now Drone gonna come through the Omen smoke.
Oh no.
Yeah, they're gonna get the run-in back.
Immediately.
Fury actually going to tag Zybe right here. Chunks out 80 of her health as well as her shield. So that's gonna be rough. LumiRay finally getting the plant down onto A. Again, 10 members alive. Now it's all about the retake.
Look at where they're positioned up post-plant as well. We got members over by Hell, we got members over by Generator. We've got players over on A main as well. The perfect setup. If anyone tries to push through... Oh no, but the Zybe actually gets the drop on LumiRay. And now it's going to be Alaika. And
one at line, one at main.
Over.
Can she make this happen though? Alika's kind of just waiting for her to show herself at that plant spot, and that's the thing because this is like I want to say the second most common plant on side A. Usually your default is going to be in front of Generator, not to the left of Generator, in front of Generator, and then this is pretty much in front of the double box is your second most common spot. For this, it's very easy for the defense to defend their bomb because as you can see, they just kind of have that crossfire over at main, and then the second they hear you either fake or actually go for the diffuse, they just peek around the entrance and get you right in the head. So it's a very easy spot to defend as compared to the default plant site on A.
Yeah, it was kind of odd towards the end as well. I mean, they had the Rin, but somehow they stayed on site and they just got nicked by the edge of the explosion. And that's going to cost them. I mean, they lose rifles. They're going to have to buy back into the round. I mean, if they didn't die, they might have started to get that bank rolling in. But regardless, it's going to be 6-2 right now. They do manage to get a couple rounds back. And right now, it looks like they want to make a push towards B side, where they will be facing off against the lone Killjoy. And that's going to be from ZEN Akari's side. Killjoy, I mean, that's just such a tricky agent to deal with, especially if you're trying to push into B. A lot of players have their Killjoy setups on B. If you're trying to push into lane, it's just nanoswarm on nanoswarm. Very tough to push through.
Yeah, also the thing is, actually playing KJ on offense, I think a lot of people think of KJ as a very defensive type of agent, but on a map such as Ascent or just on places where the sites are smaller, there's actually an opportunity for you to drop your lockdown over at the entrance of B by the boxes, and it's actually going to cover more than half of the B site. So that's also an option. They aren't going to go for it this time around though, but they do get the Phoenix run it back. We are 4v3. KJ, oh, she had her ultimate too. They're not going to be able to use it this round.
That's okay, because it's going to be the kills right here that matter, but still Devil somehow makes it out of that alive. 26 points of health, and she will be walking into Lolita, who cleans things up for the team. Very well played. I mean, if you're looking at the information game that ZEN Akari are playing right there, it's Lolita who goes in with her ultimate, finds out that there are all three players are over by B main, and that allows for Kababe, who's lurking over by B lobby, to just swing out, get the spike down, and that's where things all fell apart for Sphinx.
Yeah, I mean, stop points to ZEN Akari. Who needs to care about bomb when you can just go for the team wipe them, right?
Yeah. really just one step ahead of Sphinx
it's
every
gonna be
step of the way.
Yeah, full eco from Sphinx this time around. 5 classics. This is going to be rough. They're pretty much saying, you know what, we're just going to try and get anything we can. If we pick up one kill, that's already big. If we could get the plant down, it's another 300 credits. But they're not really going to be hoping for all that much with such a big gun difference this time around. We'll see what they can pick up.
They did pick up an ult orb, but Snow does eat a nano swarm. Now they're going to get flash. Nescafe gets a really nice angle onto Britzy as well, but it's going to be the double classic right click that actually gets Lolita down. Still, all three members are down at the red health. It's going to be a 4v2.
Wait a minute.
Very nice shock dart.
Really nicely done. So now 2 members of Sphinx are actually low. They did get the plant down. So 2v4 weren't able to pick up rifles actually. Devil still rocking that classic one before they know she's in boathouse. Picks up that headshot. What? That was really nice. She was trying to make the best out of a bad situation. We were saying this round, you know, 5 classics. It's really all about what Sphinx can pick up. Would have been nice if they could actually have won the round, but I don't think that's what they were expecting. Instead, they managed to pick up 3 kills, 2 kills, as well as the spike plan. So that's going to be a pretty nice amount of money in their pockets. You can see that's enough for them to full buy with rifles as well as full shoots. So that is huge.
Fairly decent. Still, they're going up with 2 ultimates against 4 on the side of ZEN Akari. I don't like these odds for Sphinx, to be honest. I mean, time and time after again, they've been making fairly transparent plays. You know, they're always pushing onto areas really just without much utility. Right now they're walking, but at the same time, look at this arrow on the other side of A. It tells ZEN Akari that there isn't a single player on A, which means the hit is probably going to be mid or B, and that's where ZEN Lolita knows when to push, and she will pick up 2 free kills. That is quick, and now they're pushing in with a killjoy, but it's to no avail. Give her the ace! Lolita comes back into the game.
Firing squad from ZEN Akari, just holding that position in market, gets 1, gets 2, gets 3 headshots through that spot. And it's really unfortunate for Sphinx. I think they're trying to do the best that they can. I was talking about the KJ lockdown spot, actually right by boxes at B. That was where they actually planted the lockdown. Thank you, my one job. Do one job. That was exactly where she planted it at B. So they had a very good strategy going into this, but just weren't able to follow that one up. As I'm not sure if you guys are watching the same replay that we are on the screen, which is just holding that position over at market. It's kind of the spot where you really get to see just their hits running by, and Akari were able to finish that one.
A lockdown would be enough to push people off the site, but you need to block off angles such as market or CT. And right now, it's going to be the real fast aggression. Somehow, I guess the Yeoman player just TP'd over onto B lobby where she will get taken out, but now it's Kababe going kaboom with 1 kill and Lolita with a headshot. They know that the spike is down. Kababe knows that she needs to pick it up, and she's just waiting. She is just waiting to punch in that time clock.
Knows that Raze is over by the side from when she threw out the grenades. Oh, they're going to spot out each other. A couple of warning shots being fired. Oh, there's the ultimate being popped. Raze Snow was like, you know what? I'm not going to wait. I know you're there. I'm just going to use my ultimate right in your face. But it does get taken out, though. So round is going to go over once again to ZEN Akari. We are at 10-2 going into the swap. So Sphinx definitely are on a bit of a back foot right here. They actually have to win 11 rounds over on this defense side if they want to make a comeback. So it's not impossible, but it's going to be difficult.
Definitely is going to be difficult. But here's the thing, right? We saw that one round that I think, was it Devil? Someone got a really gnarly classic right-click headshot at the back of B site. If they do this again on this pistol round, that'll give them a nice little
I heard you.
lead.
You were like right-click on the pistol because you get the spray, you get the more bullets.
Yeah.
On the right-click for the pistol, I think a lot of people do tend to forget to do that. They just focus on the left-click. But wow, absolutely getting shredded by that KJ grenade. Nescafe still going to go into side. They're going to clear out boathouse. Nice, checking the corners. Just making sure sight is clear.
Okay.
That is when you know that that girl is playing for her team. She's just like, all right, I'm gonna take the splash damage from the paint shells, but I'm still gonna get the plant off instead of like, you know, just trying to reposition. Nice team play there.
Take one for the Team Choco. Why? Where was the right click? Where was the right click? That's why you died. And now it's going to be a 3v2 scenario. Lolita, the only one left alive. She gets the blind, but still she gets overrun by 3 players converging on her single position. And of course, the pistol round win for Team Sphinx. Hopefully translates into a second win.
That was some tricky timing. I actually thought that Snow was going to be able to run through the flash, but it looked like she actually did get flash. She kind of ran in as the flare was going out, so I thought that she was going to be able to run past it, but I guess not. a bit tricky, that visual cue.
Yeah,
That
as long as you're
hitbox.
nearby, still get planted. Of course, that's what Valorant is known for. You know, you got breach flashes, you got sky flashes.
Oh my god, when after Sky was released, because then you have something like Breach, Phoenix, and Sky on your team.
Oh,
if your
yeah.
team is bad, you just get flashed by your team for 10 seconds straight.
Like that.
Talking about getting flashed
Paranoia
by
flash.
team.
Oh no. And this is going to be a full-on contest from Sphinx onto A main. Snow picks up one. They're looking for even more, but Choco will get a headshot. Make it a second. Britzy, though, still coming back in the game with the Spectre. It's a full-on firefight, a full battlefield over by this Gelato position. Zyvie, the last one alive with a frenzy. What can she do right now? Picks up the weapon, but Britzy still ever so deadly, ever so ready with a Spectre. Just mows her down and picks up the, of course, guaranteed second win on the second half.
Yeah, Britzy using the teleport very smartly to just be able to back out of that dangerous line of sight through the A entryway. So, smart play, just knowing how to utilize Omen's abilities, the fullest of... I'm not sure if I say his or her potential.
Her, let's say her.
Let's say her.
It's
okay.
FSL, let's go.
We'll go with her for everything. Breach, her.
Yes.
Phoenix, her.
Well, Lolita is the Phoenix player after all, and right now she's just pre-firing in case anyone decides to peek out of Garden.
Yeah, it's the Morse code pre-fire, I like to call it.
The Morse code.
That's some people like to do. Just saying, you know what, I'm here. There's the drone gonna get shot down really quickly, of course, with the rifles. There is a alarm bot right in the middle of that entrance into market, though. I think alarm bot, a lot of people don't really pay a lot of attention to it, but it does make you vulnerable. It means you take double damage, so actually it's a lot more utility than even a full shield will give you if you can follow up properly. So recon ball from Devil through market. I like the fact that we are seeing some mid plays this time around.
Right here.
See what ZEN Akari are doing. They're playing default. They go for map control on all three sides, B, A, and mid. Just waiting to get some information before they decide which side exactly they want to hit. They know that mid is not safe right now because of the recon bolt and the alarm bot from the Killjoy on Sphinx's side. Now that they know A is slightly weaker, let's push in. But of course, they're going to eat a couple bullets from the Vandals on the side of Sphinx. This will weaken their aggression. And of course, Laika from the back. Nice headshot onto Kababe. It's all up to Lolita. She does get one, but not get the second. 10-5 is the score, and Sphinx are back in the game.
Yeah, Sphinx are, I want to say, doing better after both sides have swapped. Definitely taking the last 3 rounds now that they are on the defense side. Yeah, I think before the round swapped as well, I think especially when Babe went down and didn't have her operator, I thought there was some opportunity for Sphinx to really make those mid plays kind of go via mid, but really we did see them go through A and B, so maybe they're better on the defense side. It's definitely what they've been showing. And that bot though, no! We saw that!
We saw that.
Girl, we are live!
This for Twitch, somebody clip that please? But that is really unfortunate. She will not get any information, but regardless, no one is over by A main. The rest of the ZEN Akari players are throughout B main and mid right now. Still very safe, very slow and methodical, just trying to get information. Of course, they only have pistols this time around. They will be trying to take down that turret. Lumiray could actually swing off of this, but it looks like they want to play a lot more safe.
Still 5v5 though, despite the amount of warning shots that have gone down. No one's died just yet. A lot of people swarming around market. Entrance, there it goes! Choco is taken out by Devil. Wait a minute, was that a 3K?
No, it was double. Oh, that's the 3 and the 4th! What? She just peeked through market and took down 2 players in B main.
Market turning out to be a hotspot. for activity in this game between ZEN, Akari, as well as Sphinx. There's a lot of action happening over at Market. That's the thing, just because Market is such a closed off space, you kind of drop one smoke, like the Omen smoke, for example, right at the entrance, and after that, when you run in, if you have a good line of sight, you're able to pick up so many kills.
Britzy, though, stepping up despite being on 100 ping right now. Still being a little bit more careful. Devil will get the first pick, just locking down mid. They're trying, Lolita, I think, trying to make a play with her ult. Does get shut down, though. This is Elika peeking along with her flash. She does blind herself. Still alive. Zybe and Lolita backing off. Looks like they want to rotate over onto A this time around.
Yep, you are 5v4, straight down the courtyard. Oh, Sova getting taken out very low. Alika as well, forced to use the hot hands to try and top herself back off. Snow does pick one off of Lolita over on the side. Very nicely done. Gets taken out by herself off of Zybe. 3v2, but Sova's so low.
Oh, no.
They don't even have the plant, Britzy. Trying to do what she can. 3v1, doesn't even need to use her ultimate. Also picks up a Choco, and with that, they're going to make that a 10-7. Sphinx on a roll.
Exactly. Sphinx, Britzy, Sphinxy, Itsy Bitsy Spider, and these girls are just making plays. It's really beautiful informational plays that they're playing right now. ZEN, Akari, they took a little bit too much time over by B lobby, and Sphinx knew that. They know that they were stuck in there, and that allowed for players like Britzy, Snow to push up out of their A positions and effectively cutting them off anytime they tried to rotate. So it's going to be the 7th round win. This time a lot slower, considering that ZEN, Akari has come back into the game with a bye. It looks like they're just trying to, again, default and play it really slow. Look at where the Omen player is playing on B right now, just waiting for someone to push out. And that's the same thing that every single other player is doing as well. Nescafe, waiting for a sound, anything on A main. She does swing it, and oh, that is going to be painful.
Yeah, nice pickup right there. They do catch out 2 members with the run it back. There's Snow just looking for someone to pop that showstopper. It's gonna run out though.
Not
she
even
doesn't
necessary.
Even need it.
Oh my god. That was something that you see in a textbook. I mean, Alicat, you know, or Elika, she was just...
What textbook are you reading that teaches you how to play Valorant well?
Teamwork. I don't know. Watching pro games.
Mail me a copy.
You got it. I'll send something to you. Because what you just saw was basically that someone was playing off of first contact, right? Nescafe went for the peek. They knew that she was there, and that allowed her to fall back and come in with a run it back. Once they got that information, that's when she knew that she had the opportunity to come with a peek. This time going with the boobot and the paranoia from her teammates. Oh, this is going to be huge. She doesn't connect the spray, but she does keep them stuck in the gelato position. Allows Elika to push up, but she does not convert it into a kill. So 3v3 right now. They are still stuck there. Let's see what the Sphinx players will do.
Drone through the Omen smoke. Oh, there's that TB sound. There's a sound cue, so they know that she's there. I think she did get spotted out. Hunter's Fury. Oh, that would have been absolutely brutal if she got tagged. She's already down to 30. Oh, she does pick up Choco off of that last charge on the Hunter's Fury. So very nicely done. They're like a 3v2 right now. Zybe as well as KJ. They're rotating over to B. The thing is, though, Sphinx know exactly that this is the play.
You should
some
run.
of them are running around back towards CT, running through mid. So Akari, they get the plant down. No, I mean they get the KJ lockdown.
That's gonna be a whiff.
Kind of feels like that was a
30 seconds
preemptive
left.
use of the KJ lockdown though. But I mean they didn't really know where Sphinx was. The thing is Sphinx weren't as close to the side as they would have hoped for them to maximize the number of seconds that lockdown would have pushed them out for. But regardless, they do finally get the plant down. See if they have 2 members in both though. They're gonna get stuck.
It's pretty much a given that they're stuck in this position, so all 3 players will be trying to push in, using the shock dart to go with it. And that's going to be Devil getting the one. Can she get the second? Yes, she will. And Lumere gets the defuse. Sphinx on a roll. I mean, you thought they were underperforming, and now they're coming back in the game, winning round after round. It's 10-9 right now. Pretty soon, it could be a 10-10. They haven't dropped a single round since the second half.
Yeah, this is absolutely nuts. They actually played the retake on that one so well because they rushed into site. They needed the man advantage, and then they realized, oh, there's no one here on site, and because we just got onto site, they're not flanking either. And so they're like, okay, so you know, 1 + 1 is 2. There's 2 people in boathouse, and then so they just dropped one smoke on one entrance. They dropped the KJ grenade on the other entrance, and through the smoke, they went for the defuse. And after that, they just rushed in and killed 2 members. That was a nice opening frag.
Very nice. And like you said as well, that the retake was beautiful. They might have committed the lockdown. They might have gotten the spike down on ZEN Akari's side, but it was pretty much a given. They knew that there was no other place for them to hide in, and that was going to be the back of site. Right now, down to 4v5. The attack has been weakened.
Can we pause for a second and just appreciate how sick that operator skin is?
The glitch pop 2.0.
Oh my god. I'm just always asking my friends to drop me glitch pop
area.
Odin, glitch pop Judge. There's a pistol glitch pop skin too.
Yeah, the frenzy. And
Yeah,
the
and I was
classic.
like, wait a minute, there's glitch pop frenzy too.
Oh yeah. It's something out of Cyberpunk, but
Cashers, man, you think the game is free and then Riot hits you with all these sweet skins and you're like, well, I've got no choice but to support the game this way. Lolita picks up a nice double kill, but are going to drop
30
the
seconds
spike.
left.
They're going to get it out to Omen. There's Choco trying to plant. Second time's the charm.
Spike planted.
of course, right now with the operator, Devil might have a tough time. We all know bolt action rifles aren't as good on retakes, but she will make it work regardless. Ivy falls, and Lolita now coming with the frenzy. Breathe fire, Zen Choco, as she melts away. Now the score will be a 10-10. We are back in this game.
That's actually interesting that Devil was using the frenzy over at the end. Actually, this is the second round in a row where she's actually closed out the game with those crucial frenzy plays. That's the thing, you know, especially when you're that far ahead and you're like, oh, I'm going to be maxed out on my credits the next round, as you can see on your screen. Britzy, Devil also is going to be maxed out. Nyx had enough money for the operator too. When you have that much money in your pocket, it is really helpful to buy a second pistol, so you go something like a frenzy, ghost, or sheriff, just so that when you're in those types of situations, instead of having to reload your rifle, you pluck the pistol out, and it also gives you that small advantage. So very nicely done.
Absolutely. Every single Call of Duty player knows this. It's faster to swap your secondary than to reload your primary weapon. Right now, we do hear a run it back that's being committed onto B's site, and because of that, it created so much space. The Killjoy player, Lumere, has backed all the way up into CT.
Yeah, I mean, hey, you got two hands. You can buy two guns.
Yeah, you gotta respect the ultimate as well. Wait, Lolita just walked over onto B side for free right now.
Yep, free real estate here. They're gonna drum the market. They do manage to shoot down the alarm bot, so very crucially they don't get Val onto Kebab. But it does spot them out. They do know that it's been shot down. Drone, I think, didn't give them all that much. There's the operator gonna come out. Devil picks up that nice gun, and Nesca fight with Kebab as well with those jet knives. Getting Devil doesn't quite make it happen onto Omen. There's the plant. Snow gonna fire that warning paint shell. There's the KJ lockdown straight onto Beats. Actually gonna push both people into Boathouse, but they don't even need it at that point. They heard the lockdown going down and kind of flushed out the members of ZEN, Akari, and Sphinx. Absolutely decimating ZEN, Akari after the round swap. This makes it, what, 9 rounds in a row? That's insane.
Oh my gosh, it is 9 rounds in a row. And I gotta say, I mean, Sphinx are just outperforming themselves right now. Devil with the operator, just even swapping over onto the frenzy. The rest of the team as well, just really, really beautiful plays now that they are on defense. ZEN Akari, their offenses have been shaky at best. The way they're pushing onto sites, Lolita walked on for free, but the rest of the team wasn't there with her, and as a result, it took a little bit of time, which signaled to Sphinx that it was definitely going to be a B hit. They got ready for that, and things just fell apart from there on out. It's the thing where you got to come in with a cohesive push, and that's the thing that ZEN Akari are kind of lacking at this moment.
Yeah, I fully agree. Right now we are in a bit of a pause situation. I think Nescafe from the ZEN Akari side, or at least one of her team members, they're trying to reconnect. So we are in a bit of a lull. We can take out the check out their eco, as well as their item buys this time around. A couple of specters on the side of ZEN Akari. They're in a really bad spot because it's 10 to 11. They know that they kind of have to eco this round. The thing is, if they drop this round, they can full buy the next one, but then it's going to be 10-12. It's going to be match point. So actually, that's why they're kind of going for the half buy this time around, kind of banking things. If they can pick up a couple of kills, they can win this round, that would be great, but they absolutely have to win the round after this. So that's all their eggs into the round 12 basket later. Fritzy just flying through the smoke, doesn't quite pick up anyone just yet.
That's okay. It might be sort of a half buy, and of course that, like you said, it does mean that they will be able to sort of half buy on the next round as well if they lose this one.
Take flight.
Spectre and Bulldog will definitely be better than a pistol nonetheless. It's going to be Devil who's just doing the drone. Oh, that is big information. She knows that there are people there.
Yep,
Here
30
comes the
people.
shotgun. Oh, Alika tries to make something happen, tries to keep them sandwiched over by arches, but that will not happen right now. They are still kind of creating a lot of pressure over by this position, and that forces Devil all the way back, which effectively gives them the B site. They should be able to get the spike down, but let's see if they can hold this out post-round.
Yep, still 5v4. Whoa, we say that becomes 5v3 instantly. Lumiere picking up the nice kill onto Choco, but Britzy does pick up Zybe. Jet's really low too, so KJ trying to do as much as she can with the grenade. Babe trying to watch. Garage does spot someone, but it's way too late. Gets taken out instead, and now Nescafe once again, only person in Glass. They would have seen the grenade being thrown out of the entryway, and that's the signal for Sphinx to just run straight in and clean this one up. See who they give the ultimate point to at this point. Both Sova as well as Raze are already fully maxed on their ult stack, so whew. I mean, Sphinx, they're doing everything right. They're at match point. They know that they have the eco advantage. I think there's a Spectre as well as a Light Shield over on the side of ZEN Akari. They've got two ultimates, and there's that Operator. Once more from Devil. They're so flush with cash.
So flush.
I mean, 10 rounds straight in a row, you've got to think like that's going to take a toll on your mental if you're ZEN Akari, because that is rough.
They're definitely just shaken confidence right now, and they're not able to find anything. They might have gotten the spike down, but they just can't quite lock it out post-plant. The way I don't like the positions that they were holding at all. It's very forward. And even at the back of B site, there is no escape route whatsoever. Snow now going for an information play with the showstopper. She spots out a couple crossing, now pushing aggressively. Lolita will pick up a headshot. Alika trades it off. And it's going to be a 4v3, a 2-for-1 pick over by A main. Not a favorable player from Sphinx at all. They're getting a little bit too greedy right now. It's going to be attacker Killjoy deployed, and this should give them the push over onto A side. Full commit. Kabe picks up one as well. Things are falling apart for Sphinx now for the first time in a long while in the second half.
Plant gonna go down, and yeah, Akari 4 versus 2 have the man advantage. Sphinx will see if Lumiere and Omen want to hard commit to this though. It's always a bit hard. A's kind of open. You've got Heaven, you've got main that you need to watch out for. There's Choco. Just gonna teleport down into Hell. I think Britzy did get picked up, so it's really just the KJ at this point. I mean, she could save, but she could also try to make this one happen. As you can see, very gutsy. She's trying to make the most of this. Oh, Choco picks up Lumiere straight in the back, not giving her any chance at all. I like that we saw Lumiere at least try to go for that 1v4 situation because, as you were saying, you know, Sphinx, they're rolling in the cash right now. They don't really need to eco or bring any gun into the next round.
Yeah.
So there's not really all that much point for them to, you know, save that gun. So nice attempt from Lumiere.
Not too bad, not too shabby, but Lumiere does have her lockdown, and that could work out in favor of a retake or defending the site.
Wait, that's 200 IQ. You die and then you get that final point on your ult.
But regardless, I mean, that is why she's playing such a defensive position over by B. She wants to stay alive so that she can be of some value to her team. At the same time, B hasn't worked out for ZEN as much in the past round, so looks like they'll be going for A again.
I see what you did there.
What did I do?
You said something about B on B site. Yeah, I see what you did. Don't worry about it.
Oh no. Wait. No.
That was a disaster at Wine, straight up.
Misses her spray, but it's okay. Britzy was there to back her up. That's teamwork.
Makes the dream work.
That's right.
Sphinx is definitely going to want to close this one out. 12 and 11, the most even game that we've had so far in day one of the groups of FSL Valorant.
They're
Circuit
be walking
2021.
into Devil's crosshairs.
That's the thing. It's always a coin toss, right? You never know which
30
side Devil
seconds
is going to be holding down. Kind of
That's
have to
right.
guess. It's probably somewhere around mid. I think A over by the tree right there is probably one of the most common sites for you to hold the operator on this
no.
entire map. So
If you look at the clock, 15 seconds left. Time is not on Zen's side at all.
they don't have time to plant anymore.
10 seconds left.
They're going to be just pushing over onto this B site. There are nano swarms and stuff all over the site. They have to be careful. Not to mention, there is the lockdown.
No.
Choco Falls. It's all up to
Defenders win.
Nescafe. No time to plant. And of course, 13-11 will be the score. Sphinx actually taking this round away from ZEN Akari.
Yeah, Sphinx with that miracle comeback at the end went 10 and 2 into the swap. Ended things 13 and 11. Only dropped one round once they were on the defense side. So definitely a very defense favored team. I want to say Sphinx is from what we've seen.
Yeah, very, very defense. I mean, they just played that defensive side to the max. On attack, maybe not so much, but you know, that was what, 9, 10 rounds in a row at some point?
Yep, 9 straight
incredible.
rounds. Nothing to sneeze at for sure. We're talking about just a couple of weaknesses that they were showing when they were on the attacking side, of course. Just to give you guys a reminder of the FSL format. Pretty much, it's going to be one team. They go through the map ban, of course, and then so 2 maps are banned. And then one team picks out of the remaining 2 maps that are available. The other team picks the side.
Yep, and that is how the format works. Of course, I mean, let's see. Hopefully Sphinx can play more defense next time. Of course, I have to give shout-outs. I mean, Devil with the operator. I mean, first of all, she's the one who brought out your favorite operator. Chef's kiss, right? But other than that, I mean, there were rounds where she locked down the entirety of mid just by sheer presence of her operator being there. Once you hear that shot, you're like, all right, I cannot peek heaven. I don't even want to set foot into heaven. I mean, middle, because I'll get shot down. But after she got killed in that one round towards the end of the game, she switched up her position over into Garden, and that is where they least expected her to be, which gave her the 1 kill onto Kababe, which made things fall apart for ZEN. You know, the greatest trick the Devil ever pulled was convincing the world that he didn't exist. So, well played, Devil.
Well played, Quack.
Yeah, thank you. I was keeping that one in my pocket. I was just waiting to pull it out.
Writing it on your hand, just being like, yes, now
yeah,
is the
it's
time.
like, yeah. Once I see the name Devil, it's like, okay, I want to pull that quote out at some point. But yeah, that is the game, 13-11.
Yeah, guys, we're going to go for a very short break before we come back for what I think is game number 5 out of the 8 games that we will see in today's day 1 group stages. Don't go anywhere, and we'll be back very shortly.